Default. There we go. There we go. There we go. Good morning to all the people who love democracy. Hi, easily distracted. Hi, Neil. No, but that's okay. No, because it's just begun. But I do keep scaring myself with what is he going to do first or what's going to come next. So here we are. Here we are. We're back in Trump presidency, people, where every day we had to wake up and think, what has he said? That's literally it. Yeah, it's grieving. Yeah. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Kathy. Yeah, the sun came up. It usually does, even after bad things happen. But fuck Bernie Sanders. Okay? That's what I say. Why isn't he dead yet? His campaign spokesperson yesterday said deportations on day one. Yeah. I'm pretty sure he's not going to wait till day one to start causing chaos. I'm pretty sure that's not the plan. Right now, he's probably sleeping in. Yeah, Bernie's video was piling on, and I don't fucking care. Because you know what? He hasn't done anything for people. So fuck you, Bernie. Because I didn't even see you on the fucking campaign trail for her. So you, Bernie Sanders, sat by while the people that you claim to represent are about to get majorly fucked. Yeah, get some cold beer edibles, watch the fire dumpster burn itself out, and keep watch. Bernie is lazy. I'm sorry, I always thought he was. I always thought he was a guy who has a fucking attitude, but not a lot of great, ability to get shit done. Oh no, are you okay, Teresa? Oh my God, are you okay? Oh girl. Oh my love. I hate that. You're not burned, are you? I hope not. Yeah, so I don't really care what a rich guy in Vermont thinks about fuck all. Okay, so while Bernie is trying to pretend like he's like the savior of the proletariat, he didn't do fuck all to save the proletariat. Right, Lee? I don't even think it's. I don't even care if. Well, I mean, I do care obviously if people are connected and working on behalf of another government to undermine us because they don't like that we. I don't know, whatever. Um, but I don't. I just think it was the most brain dead statement, and he's made a lot of brain dead statements, and that was yet in another line of fucking brain dead statements. The Democrats haven't forgotten the working man. Bullshit. What is $35 insulin, you motherfucking stupid sack of shit? Go die. God. I'm done with all these old motherfuckers. I don't think Dems left it out on the field in some ways for her. I don't think uh, you know, Bernie or any of those people. Oh, and Andrew Yang's for sale again, everybody, just in case you wanted to know. He's made it fully clear. Oh, wow, those Dems. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yucky, yucky poo poo. Right? Am I right, everybody? That's what Andrew Yang's doing. First two jobs, he was progressive and active since becoming senator. It's like sinecure for him. Yeah. Yeah, of course he like immediately, Kathy. Immediately. Bitch is immediately open for business. Uninvolved and uneducated. And white women did us in again. Yep. White women, you suck. You majorly suck. And disinformation did us in. Right? I think disinformation was a key weapon in this election because a lot of the stuff that he said went uncountered. He could talk about the 15 or whatever number he chose, so many border crossings or illegal aliens, as he puts it. Nobody said, hey, this is first of all, not unique individuals. So that could be a person crossing multiple times over the 4 years that you're tracking. I mean, come on now. Come on. Women are dying. Women are dying waiting for us to fix this. What is wrong? I mean, a lot of things did or didn't happen. I agree. Butterflies always. And I don't, I'm not really a postmortem in that regard. I think more time needs to settle. Certainly white men screwed us too, so let's not get that twisted. Hey, Hags, how you doing? I don't know. So, yeah, I mean, of course we're mad and sad and all those things. That's a genuine reaction when you see that you didn't stop the fascist. You didn't stop the fascist from getting in. So anytime you do that, it's going to be upsetting. And Jerry Connolly has cancer. He has esophageal cancer. He's under treatment, but Jerry Connolly from Vermont has esophageal cancer. What the fuck's up with Latino men? Well, I mean, I think Latino men, the men who voted for Trump and bought that argument, the men who are Latino, I think they heard whatever message really resonated with them, like the machismo or I think in some pundits were saying that even the immigration messaging was effective with Latino men. Certainly the communism, depending on where populations come from, the specter of communism could be a great motivator to vote against something if they claim that, they're communists. And yeah, I guess it worked. I don't know. I'm still a little suspect on some of the vote counts. Like my vote hasn't even been shown as received yet, which, California doesn't really. But I just wonder about other states and their processing. But, it is what it is. Lee Lucky, do what you got to do. Yeah. I'm keeping my house in Michigan close to the border will come in handy. We're familiar with Underground Railroad. Yes, Lee. Yes, Lee. Yes. I don't think Canada is going to be a safe haven, though. Because you've got a chud problem up there, too, it's going to figure out a way to take down Trudeau. I don't know. I guess we're in the strongman era. What the fuck? Here's my problem. Number one, no policies are going to go through that actually make a difference in any humans. Here's the thing I thought about this morning. I don't know about the 20 million missing votes. I kind of am curious about that. I'm kind of curious about that, Kathy. I haven't really taken a look yet on all the, accusations of votes at this point because I want things to settle and then I can logically take a look at data. But right now it feels like everything's swimming in a sea of confusion. So, won't Latino men... Well, some will and some won't, Muskie. That's the issue, right? Not all Latino families are going to be impacted by the mass deportation, but most certainly many of them will. Many will. Not many of them, but many will. Many families will. And so I don't know. I mean, people vote against their own interests all the time. Yeah. People do that. Unfortunately, creeping fascism is a worldwide problem. Absolutely, Thistle. Thistle is also Max Flower. We're having a problem with Max Flower's sign-on, getting visible in chat. I don't know what's happening. She's not on a ban list or anything, obviously, and none of her alts are. But I don't know. I think it is a world problem. And Neil says, if Trump imposes tariffs, Canada's fucked as 75% of our exports go to the U.S. The economic turmoil would be blamed on Trudeau, of course, yeah. I'm now in fight mode, hoping Michigan can hold on to Dem leadership. Reproductive care may be something Canada can help with. True. Absolutely true. Yeah, Thistle is Max Flower. I'm grieving for so many. Ukraine pregnant women, our Department of Education, federal workers, and women's voting rights. Yep. It's across YouTube. Oh. I was listening to Hal, and he said, I always have your passport on you. I did. I was there too, Muskie, when he was talking about that. Always, because he was talking about Operation Wetback, which that's not a name I gave it. That's the actual name of the program that was back in the day. And they literally rounded up people that looked like illegal immigrants and dumped them in Mexico. And it even included U.S. citizens. I remember that. I mean, I remember hearing about it. So I mean, you know, well, let's see. I'm trying to take this one day at a time, too, in some ways, right? I'm trying not to assume what he's going to do. I would like to not get caught up in the, what's he going to do next? But I will say this. One of the things I cried about this morning, I actually did cry this morning about this. Yeah, deep breaths, SB. Deep breaths. They're going to take down Obamacare. They have the votes now. They're going to take down Obamacare, everybody. I'm not on Obamacare, so it doesn't impact me, but they're going to take it down. People are going to lose their health care. As a favor to the insurance companies. Excuse me. So, Republicans are now comfortable openly admitting that Project 2025 was a plan all along. Yeah, it is. I know. Butterflies, I'm really trying not to. I did cry this morning. So I'm not going to lie. Over something I don't even use, which is Obamacare. But I just know how many people are going to do this. Are going to be impacted by this. I know. Lawyers are ready to fight. Lawyers are ready to fight. You're right, butterflies. I'm happy about that. Hi, nonconformity, my love. Fight mode is good. Grieving is necessary. We'll all handle this in different ways. Absolutely. I'm so sad about healthcare among so many other things. You're right. Nonconformity, there's no end to the topics that are hard to think of under a Trump administration. God, we were getting prices cut with pharmaceutical companies. God damn it. You fucking idiot fucking Americans. Fuck you. Fuck you. Max is this'll do. This'll do. Max is here. France outright. Yeah, France ought to take the Statue of Liberty back. Jim Nalgren, you hit it. You made it. You did it. They should just take it back. We don't deserve it. I'm sorry. I mean, you know, you can, all the little maggots can, like, you know, oh, it's so funny. You guys are crying so much. I'm crying for you, too. You stupid motherfucker. Oh, you were listening to Song Sung Blue. Oh, Song Sung Blue. Everybody knows one. I haven't thought of that song since I was a kid. I didn't think I would. It came out of nowhere. Yeah. Well, you know, this is the thing. We care very much about what happens, and not that anyone else doesn't, but we also spend a lot of time on a daily basis, like, I just keep thinking of things that are going to go away, and I'm like, oh my God, you fucking idiots. You guys are so goddamn dumb. And if you stayed home because you think that the administration didn't do enough for Gaza, you're a fucking idiot. Fuck you. You killed those kids yourself. Because guess what? It's about to be razed. And it'll be condos before you fucking know it, you fucking idiots. Standing on your morals, your fucking moral high ground. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you, fake leftists. Fuck all of you. Go die. I fucking hate you. You're gonna fucking kill people. You did this. Oh my God. I'm so done. People are dying. People are dying. And if you didn't vote, or you voted for whoever, or you voted for Trump because you thought it would really, give it to the left, give it to the Dems. You're such a fucking far leftist that you thought you'd give it to the Dems. Fuck you. Blood on your hands. Fuck you. Wow. Fucking selfish. Think you're doing something. Give me a fucking break. It's stupid. This is idiocracy. And we're going to watch that on Friday on Discord in honor of our beautiful friend, Don't Go to the Show By, who's one of her favorite movies was Idiocracy. And Merrick Garland, this is where Dino's going next, by the way, just so you know. Just so you know. I'm going to find... Actually, we're going to do it together. Fuck it. I think I know where it is. I think it's the U.S. Attorney's Office in Los Angeles, downtown, but... Let me see which building they're in. The Central District. Okay, so it's probably where I went to do the Hunter Biden stuff. Good morning, gal. Good morning, Turtle Sauce. How are you? It's a double whammy. The chief actuary of the Social Security Administration, Stephen Goss, wrote a report that estimated undocumented immigrants contributed $12 billion into Social Security. Oh, Hal had an interesting thing on his, when he was talking about Operation Wetback, which again was an old program and named that, unbelievably, for the public. That wasn't even like a secret code name. That was like the real name. And so under this operation, taking people who are Mexican, regardless of their immigration status, apparently, and dumping them in Mexico. And the reason Hal said that, which I found very interesting, is that in the agricultural industry around the time that Operation Wetback was launched, there was a shift to automated plowing and some harvesting, or not harvesting, but other farm machinery that would make it so that they didn't need as much human labor on farms, because now they had these machines that could do part of the harvesting or the plowing, etc., right? But they still needed people to do the picking and the finer handwork on the farms, right? So deporting a lot of migrant workers and or people that just looked like they were Mexican, apparently, according to Hal, was in response to the agricultural industry automating some of their processes and not needing that much human capital. And he says, and I agree with him, that this is now what the plan is why the deportations in their minds are so okay, is because Elon Musk and the other technocrats will work on, or are working on, I guess, I don't know, again, more farming equipment that can replace the need for as many human hands doing the work on farms and other things. So that's what Hal was talking about last night. It made a lot of sense to me that would be an ultimate goal around immigration, is remove the need for the human piece of harvest, etc., and all that. So I don't know. I guess that's how they feel they're going to do it. But yeah, that's also immigrants who come here, undocumented, pay into Social Security, but don't get it. They pay into Social Security through whatever payroll they're on, but they don't actually ever receive Social Security benefits. You fucking bigots. Which, by the way, should be changed, but, you're clearly not ready for that. And guess what? We have a king now. Stephen Miller said they're going to move forward with plans to denaturalize naturalized immigrants. Yeah, if you're here on a TPS, like I had an employee who worked for me at the school from Haiti, and he was on a TPS. I will do it. I could do it. I could fucking do it. I could start a 501c3. That's no problem. I fucking do that in my sleep. I know how to fundraise. I'm a good fucking fundraiser. That's a great idea. I mean, I guess this is the time, right? Like, what we need to do now is be really creative. Because, we're going to be working. First of all, Twitter. I am going to stay on Twitter. Oh, no. I mean, it's just to do the work. That's just to do the work. I'm just saying to do, like I know how to do all that stuff. And I know how to start a nonprofit. I did that at the end of my career. I did fiscal sponsorship with rising nonprofits. I worked for a fiscal sponsorship organization in New York City, and I worked with a big climate organization in San Francisco as they got started on their 501c3. So I know how to do that. Yeah, we can talk about that. We need a people's media literacy campaign. Well, here's the other thing. I was talking to Bobo yesterday because I love Bobo. She's so good. I'm so proud of the human that I raised. I'm sorry. I'm going to say it. I'm so fucking proud that she is so kind and so focused on humanity. What if we did something to help people on the kill list? Yeah. Silicon Valley, gas, electric, and oil will be taken first. Yeah. My kid is really fucking amazing. And one of the things she was saying yesterday, or what we were talking about, was that she wants to get involved in community organizing here locally. So she's looking at where she can get involved in helping, grassroots organizing or something, locally. And another thing we were talking about was that she's going to be looking into like different boards and stuff locally that make decisions. Like there's a central committee and other things locally here in Los Angeles County. And then I was going to start going to school board meetings and start focusing on the education piece, since I know that, and start advocating for children in school boards and other things. I don't know if I could win a school board election, frankly, because I'm just an asshole. Like I smoke weed, I do all those things. There's plenty of stuff for people to kill me. And I have people in my family that have held local offices, so I know what it's like to campaign and be dragged. And so I've seen it happen to my family members who ran for and achieved offices locally. But I'm thinking about it. I'm actually thinking about it. I'm thinking about running. And seeing if I could pull my shit together. Or at minimum, what I'm going to do is pick a school board and really focus on supporting that school board, and the students and teachers. And so I think school boards is going to be one of my focuses for the foreseeable future. Because I think at least I know something about education. So I don't want to go in and just like, well, and she really is a resilient kid, because again, I was drinking when she was little. I didn't stop drinking until she was like 9 years old. And so she really grew up with an alcoholic mother in her young years, and it was tough. And it is tough now. I mean, it's still tough now, but we went through a lot together, and we went through it together. So, there is a deep, deep bond there, but, and she's just a most amazing kid. She's just a great human. I like the human that I like her. She's really kind and she really cares about other people and she, she wants to learn and I don't know. So any old way, enough about that. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking my focus might be schools, to help protect schools from what's coming. So I don't know. We'll see. I do know that the next stop for the dino is, let's see, where's the Department of Justice Office of the, is that? Oh, Spring Street. Okay, so 300 Spring Street. Where is that? Is that the building that I went to for Hunter? 300 Spring Street. Meet. Show me where you are. Yeah, that's, oh no, maybe it's not. Well, anyway. Okay, so that's where I'm going to go. I'm going to go to the Department of Justice here in Los Angeles. I'll probably do that Monday. I probably maybe Tuesday. But I think I'm going to get out there. I'm going to get out there in front of the DOJ with some pointed signs about Merrick Garland getting the fuck out of Dodge. It does feel a little bit like pissing on a house fire, but I feel like, you know what? We might as well piss on the house fires. Can we just piss on the house fires? I think it's time. It's time to just do that. Biden is speaking in about an hour, I think. So we'll go to Biden when he goes on. But I do have a couple of things first to show you, and then obviously we'll do some reading because I have something to read that Dave Troy's been sharing. It's 28 pages, so it's going to be a little bit, but so we'll start with some video, and maybe I'll do that. Oh no, I'll probably do it before. I could probably do it before because yeah, it's just 7 now. But let me show you something that I hope is going to make you feel better. I don't know that. Well, nothing's really going to make us feel better because people are going to die. I'm sorry. I can't, unless we figure out a way where people aren't going to die, then I don't really know. We don't really have a solution. So fuck everybody. Okay. But here, let's try and get a little bit of like a little vibe here. We'll get a little vibe going. Here's from some people that also care. Here we go.
I will not ask you to feel anything but grief right now. Donald Trump won the election, and the consequences will be real and devastating. But I'm reminding myself and you that on the road ahead, there will still be opportunities to fight back. I can't tell you that we will win all of those fights. I can't tell you that we will win most or even any of them. But when we arrive at each of those moments, we will face a choice to give up or to press forward. The far right wants us to feel powerless. Extremists are counting on apathy, cynicism, heartbreak, or all of the above as their rocket fuel. They are counting on us to point fingers at each other and to lose trust in our ability to ever make change. I absolutely refuse to give them that satisfaction. We will continue to fight for each other. Look, 8 years ago, in the dark days when Republicans took full power in Washington, I thought the Affordable Care Act would be gone.
I don't think they care,
with the snap of a finger.
The rules are different now. Let's think in terms of rules being different.
Activists like the late, amazing Adi Barkan and countless others put their bodies on the line, quite literally. They made their voices heard. They saved health care for millions of families, and they paved the way for us to expand healthcare in the past few years. And a grassroots movement against far-right control took back the House in 2018, and the White House in 2020, and the Senate in 2021. Don't let anyone tell you that those victories didn't make a real difference. More people could afford to go to the doctor and fill a prescription. More people could go to work. More parents could afford to put food on the table for their kids and buy new coats for them in the winter. Lives were saved. As the far right works to roll back what we've achieved, they'll hope that we don't have the stomach to push back anymore. But we can choose to prove them wrong. We need each other. We take care of each other. And please, take care of yourself. Take the time you need right now to be angry, hurt, confused. Hold your loved ones close. Find opportunities to be in community with others this week. Take social media breaks. Foster your connections. Make new ones. Reach out to someone that you've lost touch with. Tell them that you're with them no matter what lies ahead. If the work you do makes a difference for just one person, that would be enough. I will wake up every morning and choose to fight for our families, our freedoms, and our kids' futures. I will do everything I can in my position to defend our values and to fight back. To everyone who volunteered, who phone banked, who texted, who knocked doors, who brought cookies to volunteers, who put up a lawn sign, who gave a part of themselves to be a part of something bigger. You are the beating heart of our democracy. It will be an honor to keep fighting by your side. Thank you.
And then I wanted to read this thread this morning, which you know. Dave Troy's not known for his cheery disposition. No, actually, I'm sure he's very cheery. I think he's probably pretty cheery. Okay, let's see. All right. Let me make this smaller. Oh, okay. There. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Dave Troy, this is this morning. Oh, very late last night, this morning. Yeah, the Ukraine war was supposed to be over. I don't know why. Well, I think in essence it is Thistle Max. Thistle Max. I think it is over. I think it's over. I'm going to call you Thistle Max. I think that's a good name. Okay, all right. The truth is that we destroyed America because we couldn't imagine a democratic, supranational governance structure and move towards it. Instead, Putin, Musk, and Xi are going to impose a new kind of newocracy, ruled by the wise, and no one sees it coming. Wait, where's my... What? Oh, what? Okay, hold on. Oh, no! What are you doing? Okay, here we go. I thought there was more to this. Did I miss this? Sorry, everybody. I thought this was like a line. Let me see. Those looking for the missing votes should check the file folders marked misogyny and racism. That's probably it. That's probably it. Where is... Okay, well, I guess it wasn't a long thread. Sorry, I thought it was a longer thread. Oh, well. Sorry. It is. I'll send you the screenshot if it helps. I know I've got it. Well, hold on. Let me just... I'll just noodle around here a little bit. Yeah, it is a big... What? Oh, got it. Okay. What the hell? Where am I missing this? God, it's one of those days. It's going to be one of those days, isn't it? God damn it. Musk is now king of America. Musk and Vance hold the 25th Amendment over Trump. Putin backs Musk. Johnson is in with the Kremlin authors of Project Russia. Oh, we wanted to read that. I have Project Russia. Hi, Iguana Sauce. See signal. Okay, hold on. Neo-feudalism. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Okay, wait. Where's... Boo-boo, where's your... Okay, here we go. There we go. I got it. I'm sorry, Gal. I got it. Okay, now I'm back. I'm back, bitches. All right. So, here we go. All right. We're blinded by our cognitive framing. America is really just an idea. It doesn't have to exist. It can just end. There doesn't have to be an election in 2026 or 2028. There might be something next that people find more appealing, or they may be coerced into it. Disabuse yourself of the idea that this is some kind of eternal sport match with immutable rules. Those with more imagination and agency will run roughshod over you. They just did, by the way. Yeah, there's a pandemic for 4 years. Yeah, well, there will be. Those with more imagination and agency will run roughshod over you. Fascist global governance is nigh and winning. To fight that, we need an alternative besides the status quo. Clarence Streit tried to fix this in 1939 by proposing a union of the world's democracies. The idea gained traction, but we did World War II, the UN, and Putin Musk instead. We made the wrong choice and left ourselves vulnerable. I don't know how to recover from this, but people should focus on what's next and how to counter the newocracy with global democratic governance based on the best, most functional elements of the American model, because we literally are not ever going back. We must go on the offensive to protect our values at a global scale. That is how America and the American ideals will live on. But without engaging the global challenge, we are at a dead end. Decide and then fight. I don't like scary. Yeah, I know. Actually, Bobo was also talking about the flu last night, Max. So, I hear you. Oops. Oh, that's the wrong way. Well, that's the wrong way, silly. Oh, and this is, I'm glad that, thanks, Gal, because this is one I kind of wanted to catch up on, the whole economy piece, the currency and shit like that. The global economy is about to be fucked up in ways that will have economists and historians studying the aftermath for generations to come. Oh my God. People have no idea. Those with savings and equities are most at risk. The combination of failure to pass an omnibus, likely U.S. debt default, and shunting U.S. Treasury assets into a strategic Bitcoin reserve. I'm going to read that again. The combination of a failure to pass an omnibus, which is due in January, I think, likely U.S. debt default, and shunting U.S. Treasury assets into a strategic Bitcoin reserve and totally unregulated Ponzi crypto asset bubble is a recipe for destruction of U.S. and EU. The dollar will become worthless. This sets up a zero-sum game. Steal assets from those who have them now and give them to people who play crypto assets. This paper explains how. Warning, it requires reading, not just vibes. To understand. Okay, we'll come back to that. The only thing that can possibly stop this is a critical mass of Republicans breaking with the Freedom Caucus cult and threatening their peers with stark consequences. But that's unlikely, and they don't have much leverage. So anyway, unless some miracle occurs, this is the end. It was a good run, and we tried. Oh my God, Dave. Let's see what this one is. The distributional consequences of Bitcoin. How long is it? 29 pages. Well, we got to read our other 28-page thing first. Hold on, sir. We've got other things we've got to read. Speaking of Dave Troy. Bum 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 bum. Do 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 do. Where is it? Where is it? Wait, what was it? Oh my God, did I not bookmark this? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you joking? Do 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 do. Fuck. Okay, wait. Fuck. What was that? Okay, I need to go to Dave Troy's thing. Damn it. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Dave post. Oh, that was yesterday. Welcome to post-democratic Earth. This was a bad way to get supranational rule, but it's the path we chose. In 1,000 years. Oh my God. Stop. Dave, stop. Okay, let me find that other one that he had that I thought was really good. Mm-hmm. They intend monarchy. Wow, Alexander Dugin, that fringe person that nobody ever really wants to talk about because, oh, he's just goofy. Wow, he's sure up in everybody's ass. Oh, here we go. This is what I wanted to read. I thought I had this bookmarked. Okay, I didn't. All right, fine. Okay, fine. All right, so this is the point at which you can go ahead and get snuggly. Also, I'm going to be blue and on proudly forever. I'll never believe he won the swing states in the popular vote. I agree with that. I agree with that. Let me see what this is. Blue and on. We're not blue and on. We're not blue and on, okay? Fuck, man. Okay, let's do this.
Also point out something more strange, which has been happening at the same time and hasn't had as much attention. The day before Trump made those remarks on Friday, he said, you're never going to have to vote again after you vote for me this one time.
Oh, I remember this.
The day before that, on Thursday last week, he didn't say that people wouldn't have to vote anymore once he was elected this November. No, the day before that, on Thursday, he told his supporters not that they're not going to have to vote again, but that they don't have to vote this time.
He did say that.
That they don't need to vote for him this November.
My instruction, we don't need the votes. I have so many votes.
My instruction, we don't need the votes. I have so many votes. He said that on Thursday last week. And it turns out this is something, when you look, he says this all the time now. Watch.
My instruction, we don't need the votes. I have so many votes.
We don't need votes. I tell my people, I don't need any votes. We got all the votes we need. I don't need votes. We don't need votes. We got more votes than anybody's ever had. You don't have to vote. Don't worry about voting. The voting, we got plenty of votes.
Don't worry about voting. Of all the weirdness around this campaign, this is a truly strange thing to tell people, right? Don't vote. I don't need your vote. I don't want your vote. I mean, all the surface level weirdness is, worth noting. Having a new position on literally anything you can think of as soon as any random rich guy tells you to. That's a weird thing. Picking the eccentric billionaire's intern for your running mate, even though you apparently had no idea who he was or what a disaster he is on television. All of this is weird. But telling voters, do not bother to vote for me. It doesn't matter if you do. I don't need your votes. That is a thing that should prick up your ears. Because what that means is that he doesn't think he needs to win the vote to win the election. He doesn't think he needs to win the election in order to take power. He thinks something other than votes is going to determine whether or not he gets back in the White House.
Sorry. Blue Anon is a Russian op started by Aaron Monti. Oh, interesting. Trump has an inability to not blurt out stuff. It's true. It's true. Made a clip of Statue of Liberty saying you can't hurt me anymore. I know. I did see that. I mean, here's the thing. It's awfully interesting to me. I understand that this election, election night results came in really fast, and that's fine. That's great. There is something odd about like ballot updates and things of that nature. I think that, we've seen some data of that. My vote hasn't been counted yet, according to Ballot Tracker. So it hasn't even been received by the post office. So I put it in a ballot box in my district, my community where I was supposed to vote. I put it in the ballot box, so I know it got there, but it's curious that it's taken this long to update in that system. But, it might not be an issue here in California. It might just be the fact that I voted on election day. But people who have voted early have had different statuses with their ballots, et cetera, and all that kind of stuff. There's already leftist, quote unquote, disinfo reporters who are calling anyone speculating about Russia and Trump people may have done conspiracy theories, just like they did with people looking into Q. Yeah, I saw that too, Gal. I'm going to read that again. There are leftist, supposedly, they play themselves off as leftist disinfo reporters, right? They also claim to be journalists. They're wired that way. And they love this whole Blue Anon thing where it's like, oh, it's just a conspiracy theory, blah, blah, blah. Well, you know what? In terms of, yeah, that makes sense. In terms of, conspiracy theories, I'm going to tell you right now, everybody, like those people like throw the Blue Anon thing. My friends have been right. My friends have been right. Yeah. Well, he's, they're wired, Max. I don't think we want to name names, actually, in this point. But let me put it this way. It's always been curious to me why certain people who call themselves journalists are so hell-bent on discrediting certain other voices on the internet, when all those voices are doing is pointing out that Mike Flynn is a problem, which pretty much should be accepted by everybody with a brain. So, if you, that is, it has always been used as some kind of way to label an account or someone as focused on conspiracies without facts. And the fact of the matter is that doesn't describe people I know. So, yeah, not right now. They're powerful enough and they have access to run hit pieces, right? Yep, exactly. So we're not there. We're not doing that. We're not giving them that. Whatever. Let the work stand for itself. Mike Flynn's literally admitting to being in charge of Q. Okay? Michael Flynn is everything that Jim Stewartson says he is, and then some, probably, because there's probably stuff we don't know. So just go on, move on. If you're, stop defending Mike Flynn. That's what I say. How about that? What the fuck's that flex? Anyway, enough about them. Yeah, purity spirals are stupid. I don't join in on those. Yeah, it is. It is dumb. But, here we are. Flynn just put Musk in charge of his digital soldiers, Brett says. I think I did see that. I did share something about Flynn and his digital. He was really, really happy. Flynn's really happy. Flynn is just gleeful. Gleeful. He's just so happy. All right, so there is a paper I want to read you, and it's going to take a minute, and I want to do it before Joe Biden talks. I don't know if he can pardon Tina Peters. But again, here's what my concern is that it doesn't really matter what the conventions or rules are around any of these processes, because I feel like he thinks he's a king. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it feels to me like he knows he won something with the Supreme Court, which basically gives him the power to break those rules. But I could be wrong, but I just don't see where anyone's going to stop him from breaking those rules. Because he's got the Senate, the House, the SCOTUS, and the White House. Robert Wilkie? Who's Wilkie? Tina is a state convict, yeah. Is Dump still being sentenced this month? Well, I don't know. I think all of those cases, I know the DOJ cases are being taken away. Those are going away. Can't believe I'm saying that out loud. The federal cases are going away. The state case in Florida already went away. So, yeah, probably the New York one, they'll figure out a way to make that one go away. You know what I mean? I could see that. Yeah, Tish is going forward, yeah. Good for her. Oh, I'm worried for her. I'm worried for Fani Willis. I'm worried for Judge Chutkan. I'm worried for Judge Angeron. I'm worried for all the judges, all the people. I'm worried for those people. He's not, but he's president-elect, Badger. And that still carries some weight, I guess. I mean, the Department of Justice made up that thing came from Nixon, where you don't prosecute a sitting president. That's from Nixon. Nixon did that. The criminal. As soon as his people get into place, everything currently classified gets thrown in Mark Meadows' fireplace. Yep. Yeah, Tina Peters' state crimes. Yep. So technically, no, Trump cannot pardon her. But he can pardon all the J6ers. Yes, he is a private citizen until he's sworn in. But I beg of you to expand your imagination around what havoc he can wreak as president-elect. Because he'll start getting briefings and things like that. This is bad. This is badder than people realize. I mean, people that voted for him, and not us. We realize how bad it is. Only time my parents turned on the little TV at the cottage, Nixon resignation. Oh. Yeah. Yikes. Yikes, Mikes. So much badder. So much badder, SB. So much badder. Oh, that's the wrong one. Let me get the right one. Yeah. Meow. But tyrants tend to throw their enemies into jail. That's what I fear. Judges and dem politicians. Yep, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. You're going to see it. This is the age of the political prisoner. He can, though. If it's an official act, watch him. I mean, he wouldn't, because I don't think he knows how to hold a gun, but, I don't know. Let me get this straightened out. Yeah. Krusty Krab, yeah. Krusty Krab pizza is the pizza for you and me. Krusty Krab, yeah. I don't want to log in. All right, so oh, I see. Can I make it bigger? Yeah. Oh, no. No, you can't. All right, well, actually, that's better. But I can't really see it. All right, this is a document that Dave Troy shared a few days ago, and it just intrigued me, and I wanted to... I know it's only a memo, Neil. It's not a law. No, it's not law. It's not law. Fox News announced Jack Smith has to end his investigation and drop the case. Yep. It's all gone. All of it. All of it. I didn't realize what date it is. Today's Thursday. I can go to the DOJ tomorrow. Justice delayed. Yep, obeying in advance, Badger. That's what that is. You're absolutely right. Official act can't be prosecuted, yeah. So did Bill Barr, Jim. He insisted they do what he did, yep. Wow. There it is then. It's not about that. It's about white men primarily protecting white men. That's what it's about. That is stronger than any campaign promise or any... It's white men protecting each other. I'm sorry, that's what it is. Even it's self-preservation. I didn't expect that either. I mean, I didn't expect it. But it's where we are. Madeleine Albright, we played that a while back. She said that's what we do. She said that's what we do. We vote in the demagogues. They don't take over. We welcome them in. And that's what we did. They just sold out. They just sold out the American people. Yes, Biden could use the same rules that they bestowed on Trump, but he won't. Because again, white men protecting white men. And that's disappointing. But here we are. We're here in the land of disappointment. Too many people causing too many problems. Not enough love to go round. Holy shit, man. Wow, we really fucked this up this time. Boy, we really shit the bed this time. We need a news source that will actually go deep. Oh, Trump didn't win? Uh-oh. 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 Ruh-roh. All right, Kyle Griffin reporting. North Carolina Democrats appear to have broken the GOP's supermajority in the state legislature, flipping a key seat in an hour east of Raleigh. Come January, Republicans will no longer hold the power to override gubernatorial vetoes from Democrat Josh Stein. Democrat Dante Pittman unseated Republican Rep. Ken Fontenot in House District 24. Whoop, whoop. Daddy's home. Whatever. I hate you bitches with a passion. Yes, I really do. I don't want anyone to die. I'm just kidding. When I say that, I'm kind of mad. I'm just being mad. Like the Voice of America, right? I'll bet if Biden did so, SCOTUS would rule that whenever the context, it was not official duties. Absolutely, Neil. Good point. If that happened in NC, how did Trump win the state? I don't know. North Carolina. Okay, so here we go. Why it matters. Come January, they'll know how long. The GOP seems to have maintained its supermajority of 30 seats in the state Senate, though two races, one in Mecklenburg and one in Wake County, were extremely close. Wait. So they flipped the seat. Oh, is this like live stuff? So it's like old updates? I don't get it. Republicans didn't have a supermajority during the pandemic to override Roy Cooper's executive orders. Republicans were in the same position just 2 years ago when they fell one seat short of a supermajority in the state house. That changed in 2023 when Rep. Tricia Cotham changed her party affiliation from Democrat to Republican, handing the GOP a supermajority in the votes to pass legislation further restricting abortions in the state. But now they flipped it. Flip it. Yay. Yay, that's good news. But I get what you're saying. It really, the numbers don't really work. Although I'm curious about the numbers of just, what's the term that they use for when just the executive office is voted on a ballot and no other races are marked? I was just saying the main tweet, it shows me once again that America rejected Trump. I know. And that's the thing. We had what? I don't know how many states were able to pass their abortion protections, but it was like 7 or something like that. I could be wrong about that number, but I thought it was a fairly large number of the 10 that had it on the ballot or something. I could be wrong, but maybe. But yeah, right. Okay, let's go back to our document. So this document it intrigued me. I don't know everything about it, but it's called Project Russia, and let me see. This is from JSTOR. Project Russia, the best-selling book series of Putin's Kremlin. This work will split the world into two parts. The one that is right wins. Okay, so I kind of want to, I really do want to read. Let me make this like fucking huge. Oh, that's too big. Oh, sorry, everybody. That's just too big. I don't think that's a very good idea now. Come on now. Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's much better. Okay. All right. So I think I want to, this is like 28 pages. So it's going to take a minute. But 7 of 10. Yeah, that's, I thought I was right about that. Yeah, absolutely. People left Trump empty, if anything, but nobody voted the blue down ticket. Yep, exactly. Which actually happens a lot, right, in many elections. But I'm just curious about what those numbers will end up looking like. So I'm kind of in the mode of waiting for more data. That's all. That was discussed on the Daily Beans. Dems won governor, lieutenant governor, and other high offices in NC, but Trump won the state. Yeah. Remember when Michael Peck, a friend of Bannon, yes, fired so many at Voice of America? I do remember that. Oh, Bannon is unleashed. I can't watch any of those guys. They just make me so mad. I'm just not watching them. I'm not watching Chuds. I'm not watching them. I mean, I am watching some Chuds, but Chuds that won't talk about the election. If that makes sense. I need my Chuds not to be talking about something they don't understand. So I can't listen to any of them that talk about it. They'll drive me crazy with their stupidity. I pulled this fact out of my right asshole. Anyway. So mean. So mean. Drunk Chuds. Yeah. Oh, God. No, I'm not subjecting myself to that. I just can't. I cannot do it. Let me make this a little easier to see. Oops. Oh. There we go. That's better. And then right. Make it. Nope. That's the left, right? Oh, that's much better. Oh, so much better. So much better. All right. Project Russia is one of the most widely read Russian book series. The 5-volume series may remain a bestseller in Russia, but since it has yet to be published in any other language but Russian or released in any other country but Russia, it remains largely undiscovered in the West. The original first volume of Project Russia was released in the West by Glagoslav e-publications entitled Projekt Rossiya Kniga, Project Russia Book 1, on the Kindle platform in March 2014, nearly a decade after its original publication by Exmo Press. Since even this work remains in Russian in Cyrillic characters, this chapter will provide original translations of key passages from Project Russia Book 1 as an introduction to the current ideas circulating within Putin's Kremlin. For the Project Russia book series is perhaps the most candid source of Putin's outlook on Russia's present state of affairs, its relations with the West, and most alarmingly, his stated plans for the future, plans that it appears he may now be putting into effect. This chapter will examine these key elements of the Russian national ideology under the Putin regime, the limitations of democracy, the decadence of the West as the enemy, the coming world collapse, and Russia's future role in world leadership. Our NatSec is so fucked. Oh, yeah, Teresa. Hell yeah. It's totally fucked. Drunk Chuds. No, they're not. They're not still living in a ditch. No, they're ignoring their 7-year-old. Background. A special edition of the first volume of Project Russia was originally distributed in early fall 2005 by Государственная Федеральная служба российской телерадиации. Federации. The State Courier Service of the Russian Federation, referred to in English both as DFS and GFS Russia, via the special overnight courier mail reserved for the highest level of documents to all of the executive offices of the Kremlin, including the so-called Bielый Dom, Russia's White House. The Russian Federation Council, the Prosecutor General's Office, the FSB, Russian State Security Service, and the State Duma, which actually, fun fact, guess who works for the state or for the Duma? Oh, yeah, that'd be Maria Butina. No author was identified. Copies were also delivered to many well-known Russian public figures, including film director Nikita Mikhailov, winner of the Grand Prix Ex Aequo at Cannes in 1994. Though not yet on sale commercially, it nevertheless became one of the most discussed books in Russian political circles. Why is that blacked out? I think it's my screen size. Okay. Okay, there we go. Well, all right, I'll have to fix that. One of the most okay. Though not yet on sale commercially, it nevertheless became one of the most discussed books in Russian political circles, included in the register of publications recommended for reading by government officials, as well as public and political figures by the Office of the President of Russia. As such, from the very first, it was accepted as an official ideology. A censored edition of the work was published a full year later in 2006, followed by 3 additional volumes, and more recently, by an omnibus edition, Projekt Россия, Polnaya Sobrania, Project Russia, the Complete Collection. These continue to be, in 2014, these continue to be sold in vast numbers by Russia's largest publisher, Exmo. They have appeared on various bestseller lists in Russia, including Moskva Books political book list, as well as, I don't know why, this big, what? What? Okay, maybe I need to make it smaller. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the drama. Okay, I'm clearly the drama. Let me just see if I can make it a little bigger without getting that black bar back. Okay, I think oh, the dog! Okay, I'm going to put on some music. I'm going to close this out so you can at least look at the fire. I'll be right back. I'm going to take my little baby. My little baby puppy needs to go out. Like, I'm ready to go out now. Okay, here comes some music. I'll be right back. don't want to know, or Jim, you don't want to know where Mr. Pillowhead is. Trust me. He's being idiotic, and no one needs to hear that nonsense. Hold on, let me come back. Whoa, it's cold out there. It's cold here in Los Angeles. Kamala popularity was only going up. Yes, Esmeralda. Yes. Hi, Oomph. Biden should resign and make Kamala the president. I'll take a backbone for president. How about that? No, everybody has backbone. I don't know what is. I feel like I'm taking one day at a time and trying to plan. You know, what can I do to be in action in support of people that are hurt by this move? And now what can I do? You know, what can I do? Can I do anything? So, like I said earlier, I'm looking into school boards and stuff like that, and you know, starting obviously to attend them and to understand what might be challenging to the school boards and the schools in the area that are under attack by MAGA. So I think I'm going to lean that direction. Bobo's looking at some community organizing type stuff to get involved. That's her. You know, this is what we do to kind of cope with what's happening. So everybody does what they can do and want to do and need to do in order to just be a person. And I support that. I support you to do what you need to do to be a person. What happened? You sent another what? What? Oren? Many people are obeying. Get books in hardback, I'm just saying. That stuff in my pinned tweet, download it. I don't know if you heard about the Colonial Williamsburg website that was deleted a few days ago of the actual history. Well, remember that we talked about the National Archivist? Remember them accusing them of having whistleblowers around the museum, the archivist museum, and the displays and things like that? Wasn't that part of? We read about that, so I feel like, what? I don't even understand obeying in advance. Democrats aren't going to win elections again until they build a well-oiled information ecosystem that extends to podcasts and every social media platform and can pierce the right-wing propaganda bubble. It doesn't matter if you. This is a great tweet, actually. This is a good tweet. That's what I say. Let me show you this one. Let me show you this tweet. Where do you get a load of this tweet? Where do you get a load of this tweet? Okay, here we go. All right, so Asha Rangappa, great account. Love her. Democrats aren't going to win elections again until they build a well-oiled information ecosystem that extends to podcasts and every social media platform and can pierce the right-wing propaganda bubble. It doesn't matter if you delivered on the economy or if we are actually safer if people are being pummeled by domestic and foreign disinformation that crime and inflation are up. It's an information war at this point. Oh my God. Yeah, Taylor Stormer. That's right, Oren. I think we went over that like a week ago or something, right? If I'm not mistaken. If you can keep it. Jesus Christ, we really fucked that up. Look at us fucking that up. Maybe our nonprofit should buy history books and information that needs to be preserved through however long the dictatorship lasts. We are way behind. I don't know. I mean, I think there's a lot of things. I don't know. I do think that Asha is right in that I don't, and I've said that before, I feel like there aren't enough left podcast voices. And I know there are a lot. Please don't forgive me. But I'm just saying accessibility and like just, you know, kind of like the network of not organic down home folk, you know. The good old down home folk that parrot Russian propaganda, right? They've got a huge network of people that do that. Flynn put a fine point on that by training them and corralling them in one area over and over again through his Reawaken America, Redestroy America tour. Scary when I see old front lines disappearing. I mean, here's the thing. There's, again, it's hard, I don't encourage totally letting your imagination run away with what the possibilities are, but I can't lecture anyone on that because I myself have been doing that. As I said this morning, I woke up and I cried about the fact that I believe that he will rip down Obamacare this time because he has all the houses, all the stuff necessary under a regular type of political scenario, never mind the one that he feels he's in, which gives him more license to do shit without following procedure, process, the Constitution, whatever. And so I think that I could see us losing Obamacare. Good job, Chuds. There go your Viagra. Oops. There goes your OxyContin. Fucking idiots. Everything is gone. I mean, really. Who's going to stop them? Who's going to stop them? That's what I want to ask. The people who are like, oh, you're being ridiculous. Oh, you're just being alarmist. So who's going to stop them? Tell me. Tell me who's going to stop them. What have they done so far to stop them? How are we doing on that? Fuck's sake. So many people are going to die. So many more people. So many more. And we won't hear about a fraction of them. No. Everything will be gone. No, because he'll feel like this is what, what's interesting. I really listened very hard to the message that he or others say over and over again to his base. And he twists the weave or whatever. I don't think it's the weave, but he twists the details, and it's almost like the Grinch who told Cindy Lou Who, well, there's a light on this tree that won't light on one side. So I'm taking it up to my workshop, my dear. I'll fix it up there. Then I'll bring it back here. But the Grinch was never intending, there was nothing broken on the tree. He just wanted to fuck with her Christmas. So he took the fucking tree and he had no intention of bringing it back. So that's, to me, the perfect metaphor for what will happen whenever it happens, but probably pretty quick because that's one that kind of gets under his craw. He wants to stick it to Obama, worse than anything. And everybody makes fun of him because he couldn't take down Obamacare even when he had all the pieces in play. Because there were at that point people that would stop that from happening. John McCain. Oh my God, you guys, this is not hard. Okay? This is just not that hard to do the calculus on what happens between now and January, what havoc can be wreaked. He's already said in multiple speeches that he will meet with world leaders before he is sworn in to end conflicts. I've heard him say that so many times over the campaign. Now, will he do it? I have no idea, but I'm going to bet that we should be watching Ukraine and Gaza over the next coming weeks. So it's not for me. For me, this is less about, accepting the results of an election. That's not really what I'm focused on. What I'm focused on is the fact that it is unclear to me that we really understand what the implications are based on what he has said himself and his little band of merry men. So I think it's like, like I'm not here to get like hair on fire, because frankly, I'm not. That's never been like, I'm just not the hair on fire person. But the damage is done, and the damage is going to get worse, and somehow he's going to try and spin that it wasn't his fault, whatever damage comes out. Isn't that funny too? Because he does that too. I know, gal. Well, I want to see. I mean, Biden's speaking. Oh shit! When is Biden speaking? I think that's almost soon. Hold on. Let me come out of this. Let me find. I don't know. I mean, this is the mourning period, right? Okay, so let's be okay with each other during the mourning period, and it'll be okay. I don't know how, but. Well, it'll be what it'll be, and we just have to protect each other. We really do. We just have to look out for each other. And that's all. That's what we have to do. That's what I think. Ay. Oh, no. I'm not wonder if I should. Oh, here we go. Okay, here we do this. Well, that sounds terrible. Hi, CBS News. Your audio sounds like poop. I say we refuse and let them pop off their lame civil war while we have control of the military. I'm not fucking around. That's the only way to save this country, period. Ah! Ah. Well, I don't blame you. I'm not. I don't know. I'm still overwhelmed. But I'm thinking like, what am I doing? What am I going to do? How am I going to help? How am I going to be a helper? Like, I don't know. I understand what you're saying, though. Damn. Oh, no. Guys. All right, let's do this. We'll do the MSNBC malarkey. We'll do that malarkey. It's a beautiful day in Washington, it looks like. I'll say that. Really gorgeous day. He will bomb cities. I know. I know. I don't, this is so interesting because we still have Charles Flynn. Like, this is a problem. What's the cost for a king? No. But that's the thing, and we know that. Like, it's not about individuals. It's a collective. They have a collective baked in. And, they're not going away. They're not going away. Oh, Lee, I'm so sorry. Yeah, get him down before he puts tariffs on. I mean, the thing about it is just, I just feel like the outcome of this election is going to be so much harder on people than his first term was. And, the chuds can say whatever they want, but people really suffered under that first regime. And now it's like, I don't know. I mean, I do appreciate what Elizabeth Warren was saying in terms of, like, we'll meet kind of each situation at the face of it, and then we'll push through, and we lean in and we push into it. I totally understand that, butterflies, and that's why I think this is a very individual journey right now, okay? And I don't want to be flip about that. I want to say that it is very important for each of us to consider what the implications of that election outcome are in our lives and what we need to do in order to kind of protect our psyche, right? And feel empowered. So I think, I think there's no wrong answer, obviously. I mean, I think obeying in advance is probably not a great idea, but at the same time, I think that what you're feeling, what Gal's feeling, what I'm feeling, all of those things are very, very valid right now. And we just have to be real gentle with ourselves, because this is going to be a marathon. This is real. I kind of keep reminding myself, no, baby, I love you. Gal, please don't edit yourself. Please don't edit yourself. No one should have to edit themselves around this. This is the processing time. Give yourself some time to process what this means for you, for your family, for people you love, all of those things. So please you don't ever have to apologize. This is, we have to be able to be human and be in our feelings. We just have to. Otherwise, the communists win. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just like, I just want us to be gentle with ourselves. Oh, good. I don't want you to feel edited at all. Good. Well, and I'm going to admit I'm dooming a bit. Oh, I know. I love you guys. I think it's, and butterflies, I really appreciate you saying, like, this is kind of where I'm at right now. And, cause I just want people to feel like, hey man, I see you. I get it. I use a World War II analogy. It took 6 years to defeat those Nazis. Let's defeat these Nazis in less time. Oh boy, Neil. I sure hope so. Yeah, you probably deserve some space for that, Gal. This is a rough one. You go hard on that disinformation and all the players involved in that. That's hard. You go harder than people might realize. So I see it behind the scenes, and you're just always working on stuff, literally. So I don't know. Oh, everyone should assume that I only have horrible things in my head, and sadly, without leaders willing to rise and stop what we know is coming, because they can. Yeah. Oh, I love you. You guys are really nice to each other. I really appreciate that. After New Orleans voted 83% for Harris, the hurricane changed its direction and is going to hit Texas instead. Jim, that's right, Paulina. We got this. This is our space. Damn it. Nobody gets to tell us what to do. Nonconformity says, Gal, I appreciate having someone to share the gloom with right now. No one in my life will listen to me. Think I'm being alarmist, like Lolo said, but I get butterflies too. That exactly. We're all different, but we're fighting for the same stuff. Exactly. It's okay. It's also okay, like, this is going to be one of those journeys, I think, or one of those times. Journeys. That's over dramatic. But one of those times in our kind of parasocial relationships too, where we're going to need each other, right? Like, we're going to totally need each other. Yeah, and it isn't gloom. You're right. There's reality in all of that. There's reality. We've seen and Lee says, I know firsthand the destructive nature of tariffs and the impact they will have globally. And there's a lot in that sentence that Lee just said. So I think I will be so grateful for your insight, Lee, as we navigate kind of the geo-economic kind of picture of this. We're gonna need all the smart people we've got. That's for sure. I think my despair comes from watching things we've raised alarms about for 3 years prior coming up and over again for years. Yes. Yeah, the U.S. will now be an EU enemy. Although I think no, actually, you're right. The EU guy, that Jens Stolt, no, that was NATO, wasn't he? I agree with Senator Warren. When the important issues come up, that's the time to fight. Yep. This situation doesn't just destroy America. Sadly, that's true. Oh, I want to come back. I miss home so much. Butterflies. But, I think that this, here we go again, and then some. I think this is what we had in 2016 and double. The frustrating part is that people don't really understand, or they don't care. Like, I've had a couple of people say to me, like, we had that space the other night, and one eye came on, and he's like libertarian. I don't know what he is. Libertarian? I don't know. Doesn't vote. He doesn't vote. And I said, I really want to understand how, and I was trying not to be like real like accusatory, because I really want to have conversations with people I don't agree with, because I really do want to understand what is it in your head that tells you XYZ, right? And I said, women are dying. Like, let's just talk about that. Because that, to me, I can't even move away from that issue, right? I cannot even move away from that issue in my head. Like, women are dying as a result of just the bans that are in place now. Think about what's going to happen for him to appease his evangelical bosses and donors when he institutes a national abortion ban. Think about that. Think about that. So, and he's like, well, I don't care. And I'm like, wow. I can't even wrap my head around when you have the chance to vote so that someone gets access to critical health care, and we've already seen a spike in deaths related to post-abortion care or lack of abortion care, etc. You can stop that with your vote, but you don't want to. What? That doesn't make any sense to me. And I don't know if it's a generational thing. I don't think it is, but I'm just like, I don't even know what to say to that. I don't even know what to say to that. Because it's not even like some specter of women are dying, No, it's like literally fucking happening. Right now. Today. Crazy. 4 years of work gone. $35 insulin. Maybe gone. Certainly no 2,000 cap on out-of-pocket expenses for seniors on Medicare next year, as promised by the Biden administration. My medicine, the deductible for a year of my medicine is $3,000. Because I have to pay $3,000 a month for the medicine that I need. I'm not on my medicine right now because I can't afford the $3,000. So like many people, I wait until I have the money or something changes. So I'm going to tell you, that's nothing. Like me not having it takes 6 months for me to be on a cane in my condition. I can go 6 months without my medicine, and by that time I will be on a cane. And then eventually after that, I'd be in a wheelchair. That's the way my arthritis works. And that's nothing, because that's just pain. That's all it is. It's bone damage and pain. Or tendon damage and pain. All of, all the gains we made, the CHIPS Act, the infrastructure, All of that is on the table. Never mind the wackadoodle ideas they have about cutting agencies. I don't know if I would. I don't know, Muskie. You know, again, this is not, my medicine is not a life-threatening. It's a mobility and pain and, damage. It's damage to my joints. Like my hands are kind of like not, they don't work because of my arthritis. Stop it, gal. Stop it. But I mean, my point is that the $3,000 is ridiculous. So that's like, no one should have to pay that much before they get their medicine. But that's where we are, and that's just with what we've got now. Imagine when the insurance companies get involved with privatizing Medicare or whatever. I don't know, like imagine what could happen to Medicare. It's so crazy. It's so fucking crazy. So yeah, this is like real. This is like real people's everyday lives. Oh, and if the government shuts down in January and all that, come on now. Do you remember when the government shut down a long time ago and to the point where people didn't get their checks? Do you remember that? I remember that. I remember hearing those stories that people literally didn't get their fucking checks to live on. It's so crazy. People think Trump is good for the since 1947 the average annual return under Democratic presidents is 10.8% versus a 5.6 for the stock market versus a mere 5.6% return under Republican presidents. May not be the moment to share, but I got out of chronic pain with woo stuff and regular exercise and meditation. Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm on biologics for this, so I'm not sure how natural medicine, I don't know if that actually hits at what my particular, I have an immune disorder. So I don't know, maybe, but I don't know. You'd be eligible for Social Security in 2 years, not now. Hospitals are already understaffed and underfunded. Imagine the strain without Medicare. Yeah. I know. But anyway, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to share my personal medical stuff to evoke any kind of like reaction. I'm so sorry. I'm just trying to really say that this is real. Like, I know this is real, and I can only imagine what happens to other people in worse situations who don't have someone to help them. And no, they haven't. I don't have RA. I have psoriatic arthritis, and it's a different strain of arthritis. So I don't have the same. I don't have a rheumatoid arthritis. So I have a different one. And my arthritis attacks my tendons. The tendons, where the tendons meet, those erode. So anyway, I know, way too much information, but you get the point. The point is that medicine is too fucking expensive already. And we basically have like, we were starting to actually get to a point where we might be able to come up with a more universal health care or something really great. Like we had to vote so hard to get Medicare to negotiate drug prices. Do you remember that ad campaign? No, don't let the government get in the middle of your medicine. Don't let Medicare negotiate drug prices. Remember those ads? I remember those ads. Crazy. So yeah, no, I don't think the world falls apart necessarily all at once. It might. Okay, so smarter people can figure that out. But what I know for certain is that a lot is on the line that is going to end up hurting our most vulnerable people, seniors, people on Medicare, people on other safety net programs. Those are the people I'm the most worried about. So they really, yeah, I understand. Spinal surgery scares the heck out of me, by the way. So I totally understand this, Max. I keep wanting to call you Thistle, but you're Max. Yeah. So I appreciate all the, yeah, it's just, I've been through this. I think I was diagnosed in 2018, and that's when I started taking medicine for it. But I had to diagnose myself too because my doctor thought my feet hurt and then I had psoriasis. And so she treated them differently. She treated them she treated them this like they were together or not together. They were separate things. So I would go to a foot doctor and get like shots in my feet, cortisone shots. And because I had neuromas in my feet. And then also I would go to a dermatologist, for whatever psoriasis would happen. Nothing worked. So my one of my family members actually does have a very bad case of psoriatic arthritis and has struggled with it over the years. And all of a sudden I started to think about the symptoms that person had been going through. And I literally called my doctor. I'll never forget this. And I said, "Do you think I could have psoriatic arthritis?" And she literally said to me, I fucking kid you not. She's like, "Oh my God, that's exactly what you have." I'm like, "What?" She said, "I'm going to make a referral to a rheumatologist." I'm like, "Oh my God." Are you kidding me? I've been getting shots in my toes for 6 months and all this time this does nothing. It was wild. Doctors, you silly doctors. You very silly doctors. If you end up in Montreal, oh my God, I cannot wait. I want to meet up in Montreal. That sounds like fun. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I hate Brian Stelter. Are you going to make me look at a Brian Stelter tweet? I fucking hate that little toadstool. Read more in this. Let me go ahead and find another screen here. Oh my God, that's funny. Sorry. I'm really sorry. I am so sorry I burdened you with my stupid, tales of. Oh, and then I had a little. He hasn't said anything yet, SB. We're waiting for him to join. I'm live at the Biden thing. I better be. Oh, yeah, I'm live. Okay. Actually, I don't think the sound's not on. Okay, we'll leave the sound on just in case. They wanted to put you on chemo treatments for your lupus. Oh, yeah. See, that's the thing. Autoimmune disorders are fucking tricky. I've been through 5 medicines because the insurance companies make you go through a certain series of medicines. I'm sure that's for a lot of other conditions too. But you have to try one, let it fail, try another one, let it fail, try another one, let it fail. Yeah. So, let's see. Wait, where am I? Why aren't you showing? Oh, there we go. Reliable sources. We wrote about some of the questions the media would world in the wake of Trump's reelection. Now we're going to start offering some tentative answers. The anti-press playbook. Oh, I'm sorry that's so small. Okay. How will the incoming Trump administration approach the American news media? There are a wide range of possibilities. I don't think it's wise to assume anything, but it is wise to think through the scenarios. Yeah, Biden will be platitude. I hope we get Dark Brandon, but we might not. So, there, let it be. 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 That's why I reread New York Times publisher A.J. Sulzberger's playbook essay this morning. Over the summer, Sulzberger examined how strongmen have undercut independent journalism around the world. He wrote that the playbook generally has 5 predictable parts. This is how he opened the essay. After several years out of power, the former leader is returned to office on a populist platform. He blames the news media's coverage of his previous government for costing him re-election. As he sees it, tolerating the independent press with its focus on truth-telling and accountability, weakened his ability to steer public opinion. This time, he resolves not to make the same mistake. His country is a democracy, so he can't simply close newspapers or imprison journalists. Instead, he sets about undermining independent news organizations in subtler ways, using bureaucratic tools such as tax law, broadcast licensing, and government contracting. Meanwhile, he rewards news outlets that toe the party line, shoring them up with state advertising revenue, tax exemptions, and other government subsidies, and helps friendly business people buy up other weakened news outlets at cut rates and turn them into government mouthpieces. Wow, this is very dark. That medicine was fun to experiment with. Within a few years, only pockets of independence remain in the country's news media, freeing the leader from perhaps the most challenging obstacle to his increasingly authoritarian rule, Sulzberger wrote. Instead, the nightly news and broadsheet headlines unskeptically parrot his claims, often unmoored from the truth, flattering his accomplishments while demonizing and discrediting his critics. This, he wrote, is the short version of how Viktor Orban, the Prime Minister of Hungary, effectively dismantled the news media in his country. He said, it is a story that is being repeated in eroding democracies around the world. Oh, I'm glad. Oh, I love things that help. You might say it can't happen here, but it's worth rereading the essay now, today, now that Trump's reelection has come to pass. When arg matey. Wait, I thought you guys just charged me for a goddamned. Okay, hold on. I hate everybody. I hate these people. No, I want to log out. Sign out. Sign in, but with a different one. Open the window. No, not that one. There we go. Are you going to work? Oh, fabulous. Oh, wait, I'm not signed in on that? Oh, man. What the fuck? What the? What the? Okay, never mind. I don't know. Trump. Biden hasn't started. Nightly news and headlines did the 20th century call. Oh man, I fucking hate these newspapers. Okay, I can't read that link right now. I've got to figure it out somewhere else. Oh, there's some good articles there, though. Oh, wait, you had another link. Hold on, let me go to that other link. Oh, you bought a program that deletes all my tweets, likes, and replies, and it's in process right now. Almost complete. I want to throw up. Oh, shit, gal. Oh, shit.
Speech. Pick it up.
I agree with that. We need a better, more granular description of media if we were to have a useful discussion about the spectrum of information channels. That is so well said. That is so well said. He's going to come out and say, I told you so.
Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Thank you, please. Thank you. Good to see this cabinet and the staff together here. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please.
I agree, Matt.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's good to see you all. Particularly good to see my granddaughter sitting in the front row here. FN, how are you, honey? For over 200 years, America has carried out the greatest experiment in self-government in the history of the world. And that's not hyperbole, that's a fact. We're the people. The people vote and choose their own leaders, and they do it peacefully. And we're in a democracy. The will of the people always prevails. Yesterday, I spoke with President-elect Trump and congratulated him on his victory. And I assured him that I would direct my entire administration to work with his team to ensure a peaceful and orderly transition. That's what the American people deserve. Yesterday, I also spoke with Vice President Harris. She's been a partner and a public servant. She ran an inspiring campaign, and everyone got to see something that I learned early on to respect so much, her character. She has a backbone like a ramrod. She has great character, true character. She gave her whole heart and effort, and she and her entire team should be proud of the campaign they ran. You know, the struggle for the soul of America, since our very founding, has always been an ongoing debate and still vital today. I know for some people, it's a time for victory, to state the obvious. For others, it's a time of loss. Campaigns are contests of competing visions. The country chooses one or the other. We accept the choice the country made. I've said many times, you can't love your country only when you win. You can't love your neighbor only when you agree. Something I hope we can do, no matter who you voted for, is see each other not as adversaries, but as fellow Americans. Bring down the temperature. I also hope we can lay to rest the question about the integrity of the American electoral system. It is honest, it is fair, and it is transparent. And it can be trusted, win or lose. I also hope we can restore the respect for all our election workers who busted their necks and took risks at the outset. We should thank them. Thank them for staffing voting sites, counting the votes, protecting the very integrity of the election. Many of them are volunteers who do it simply out of love for their country. And as they did their duty as citizens, I will do my duty as president. I'll fulfill my oath, and I will honor the Constitution. On January 20th, we'll have a peaceful transfer of power here in America. To all our incredible staff, supporters, cabinet members, all the people who've been hanging out with me for the last 4 years, God love you, as my mother would say. Thank you so much. You put so much into the past 4 years. I know it's a difficult time. You're hurting. I hear you and I see you. But don't forget all that we accomplished. It's been a historic presidency. Not because I'm president, because what we've done, what you've done. A presidency of all Americans. Much of the work we've done is already being felt by the American people. The vast majority of it will not be felt over the next 10 years. We have legislation we passed. It's just only now just really kicking in. We're going to see over $1 trillion worth of infrastructure work done, changing people's lives in rural communities and communities that are in real difficulty, because it takes time to get it done. And so much more it's going to take time, but it's there. The road ahead is clear, assuming we sustain it. There's so much we can get done, and will get done, based on the way the legislation was passed. And it's truly historic. You know, we're leaving behind the strongest economy in the world. I know people are still hurting, but things are changing rapidly. Together, we've changed America from the better. Now we have 74 days to finish the term, our term. Let's make every day count. That's the responsibility we have to the American people. Look, folks, you all know our lives. Setbacks are unavoidable, but giving up is unforgivable. Setbacks are unavoidable, but giving up is unforgivable. We all get knocked down, but the measure
Nobody's
of our character,
giving
my
up.
dad would say, is how quickly we get back up. Remember, a defeat does not mean we are defeated. We lost this battle. The America of your dreams is calling for you to get back up. That's the story of America for over 240 years and counting. It's a story for all of us, not just some of us. The American experiment endures. We're going to be okay, but we need to stay engaged. We need to keep going. And above all, we need to keep the faith. I'm so proud to have worked with all of you. I really mean it. I sincerely mean it. God bless you all.
All right.
God bless America. And may God protect our troops. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
What we know is a very divided country. And as he said, to assure his supporters, Kamala Harris's supporters, and also those who voted for Donald Trump, talked about that it is going to be okay. He said that this is how democracy.
Well, the president tried to bring this as a temporary setback. He said that the arc of the history argued that.
All right. Well, there it is then. So if you were hoping for Dark Brandon, he's left the building. He's left the building. He's not going to expand the court. He's not going to do anything that would set a precedent that allows other presidents to act in that way, although he realizes, I'm sure, that the next guy is really going to fuck people over. But there's not much he can do about that, so he's going to just say, hey, hang in there. You keep fighting. You keep fighting. Tell that to Ukraine. I waited and fought for treatment for my PTSD for 30 plus years, Oren says. The women in my group are terrified of losing their VA benefits because they want to privatize the VA. We all have something to lose. Abso-fucking-lutely. Yeah, Neil, the fact that he's saying we're going to be okay gives me the impression he knows how dire the situation is. Gal, I love this country. I'm not sure I can read this without crying. I love this country with every fiber of my being. Not anymore. So yes, I'm giving up. I'll see myself out. I know no, stop it. I'm not even gonna read that. I love you, Gal. You couldn't disappoint me. So fuck that. You've done everything. You put it all out there. Talk about putting it out there on the field. You got this. I mean, I got you. Don't worry. Just be. Hug the babies. Yeah, we won't. But you know what? We need to just support each other. And, and when you feel like you can do something, do it, right? But just we're going to need some endurance. We're going to need endurance. We're going to need endurance for what is coming. And that's because other people who won't be able to speak out or whatever are going to need us to do it for them. I know that sounds really cheesy, but that's the reality. Women were sterilized under his last administration. And it didn't even get a blip on the radar. And that was with guardrails, supposedly. They're going to track pregnancies. It's people around him. It's not Trump. It doesn't matter. Trump isn't the threat. People don't understand. J.D. Vance will be president, and barely anyone knows who the hell he is, and he's worse. Surely they gamed this out beforehand. Carla, I kind of thought about that. I'm like, I wonder. He'll just golf. Yeah. Well, he should probably stay away from windows. Or tea. Don't drink the tea. No one will ever know that Biden accomplished the stuff he did. You're right. I mean, well, I mean, not if all of them are rolled back. They didn't tell Trump, though. That's the thing. Trump has always been the distraction. Exactly. Even for himself. That's why he fucked up around Project 2025, everybody. It's because he didn't pay attention to that briefing. Because he didn't think he'd have to. So he just went with his first instinct, which was to say, that's not mine. I don't know anything about it. I don't even read. And then they all had to go along with it. I swear to God, I think that's how it all folded out with the whole Project 2025 bullshit. All right, Wolf's Den's ready to fuck some shit up. Way to go, baby. You get him, baby. Whatever is useful for him. I'm all over the emotional spectrum. Me too, Carla. Well, I know one thing. Dinosaur's getting that fucking suit on, and that bitch is hauling her ass down to the Department of Justice in downtown Los Angeles, and she is going to scream for Merrick Garland to be fired. Yeah, Kushner read the daily briefings. They're not incompetent, not the Project 2025 people, and they already have tried in several states to work the kinks out. They know how to do it fast and mean. They weren't incompetent the first time. It just takes 8 years to dismantle a democracy, in your opinion. Yeah, that's not wrong. Muskie's like, let's go, Wolf. Let's go. Gal, I know these people are they are incredibly dangerous. Right? Trump is a teleprompter reader. Badly. I have to check on my kiddo. All right. Well, I think I'm going to end it there, but we do need to read the rest of that document. So I would love to hold that over till tomorrow morning, and we'll read through that entire Project Russia book analysis, which would be very interesting, provided by Dave Troy, or through Dave Troy, I should say. And DeSantis is an example of what we face. Texas is an example. 6-week ban in Florida. 6-week abortion ban. You don't even know you're pregnant sometimes until 8 weeks. Seriously. This is going to be a massacre. This is going to be a massacre. So let's figure out where we need to be in order to be the most supported and effective. There we go. The work continues. I might see you tonight because I might do something tonight. I'm not sure. Might do some gaming, actually. I might just do some gaming tonight. I think I will. And then don't forget, tomorrow morning, Wake and Bake. Tomorrow night, Idiocracy on Discord. I'll keep sharing the link of Discord. I really suggest you download Discord on a desktop or a laptop in order to watch movies. It's just easier to control or to see the screen. A phone just is so hard, and there is an app that works for Mac and PC. So I know it's a pain in the ass, but I do strongly recommend it. Just if you want to watch movies on Discord, it's so much better. Anyway, all right. Florida, no weed, no abortion, but unpermitted guns for everybody. Yay! Boop, boop. No, hey, SB, I'm not throwing any shade to anybody about the Discord thing. It drives me insane in the membrane. I think, Oren, that to me has been the answer, is to try and operate movies on Discord through a laptop. The interface is better, and it's easier to control the volumes and see what's happening. The phone is just so hard. You're not dumb at all. Electrolytes. Yeah, stay hydrated. Stay sexy. Protect your soul. Don't consume too much media, except for Lolo. But we're not really. I mean, it's more entertainment. And take care of yourselves. And I will see you later on. All right? I know. I'd be a much bigger mess without you guys. I'm going to tell you that right fucking now. Okay. Yeah. And wear a condom. Don't worry. She says that to everybody. Is that what you're referring to, Oren? Is it Broad City? It's amazing. All right. You're right, Jim. You're racking right.